Hello and welcome back. Today we are going to be looking at the story, our extended read, Paper Dinosaurs. We are going to be recounting story events and we will be breaking this down into two separate parts. For today, we're going to be looking at Paper Dinosaurs in your text from pages 30 to 37. Before we begin reading, let's review our objectives. Today's objective in this lesson is, please say with me, I will be able to read a fantasy about making and selling goods. I will be able to identify and annotate key story details. I will be able to use details to recount the key story events. While we are reading Paper Dinosaurs and before you begin reading, please make sure to scan your text and write a prediction in the margin. As you skim your text and look through it and write your prediction, we're only going to remember to be looking at paragraphs 1 through 10. If you have any questions at all, please make sure you write them in the margins. In paragraphs 1 through 10, you're going to identify key details and important story events. You're going to annotate them by underlining the key details in each paragraph. Please remember, only underline important details. Your reading closely question for this activity is the paper dinosaurs come to life. Why is this event important to the story? I will come back to this question after we have done a quick reading and you have skimmed and annotated your text. Now, you are on Paper Dinosaurs. If you're unaware of how to annotate text, please make sure you go over to your toolbar on the side. It pops open and you have a number of tools you can use if you're highlighting within your storybook. If you are not, please make sure to take your pencil and your hard copy and underline there. All notes should go in the margins. So again, before we read, do a quick scan and please make a prediction. After making your prediction, we are going to begin by reading the first 10 paragraphs of the story. After that, I am going to give you 4 questions to help you figure out the key details in this story. Please read along with the text. Remember, not only do you read once, but you read again and reread a third time. Rereading helps your fluency. Please remember, you must reread 3 times. Please follow along with the text.
Extended Read 2. Remember to annotate as you read.
The Paper Dinosaurs by Janine Scott. It was easy to spot the Room 3 children. They were the ones walking through the school gates with old newspapers. Their teacher, Mrs. Adams, had made it last night's homework to raid their paper recycle bins. Later that morning, Mrs. Adams said, "Let's make new things from old newspapers. Then we can sell what we make at the school fair. That will help pay for a trip to the Science Museum. Who has an idea?" Some children suggested decorating photo frames with the old newspapers. Others talked about making paper jewelry or kites. Then Amy said, "Let's make paper dinosaurs. We'll see dinosaurs at the Science Museum." Everyone loved that idea. With Mrs. Adams's help, Amy showed the class how to make a dinosaur from old newspapers. First, they tore some newspapers into strips. Next, they rolled other pieces into balls. "The balls will be the dinosaur's head and body," Amy explained. Then She dipped the paper strips into glue and placed them around the balls. Before long, a dinosaur took shape. It's your turn now, Mrs. Adams told the class. Look at the dinosaur books in the library. Choose your favorite dinosaur to make. Meanwhile, Mrs. Adams played video clips of dinosaurs on the interactive whiteboard. As the children worked, different dinosaurs tromped across the screen. Toby liked the dinosaur with a frill and 3 horns on its head. Maria chose the dinosaur with plates down its body. Amy liked the littlest dinosaur that ever roamed Earth. For hours, the children piled on layers of newspaper strips and glue to make tails, plates, scales, horns, and frills. By the end of the day, dinosaurs of all shapes and sizes sat by the art corner window. They needed to dry overnight. Later that night, Earth's shadow fell on a blue moon. The moon shone on the paper dinosaurs. A purple light glowed, and the dinosaurs twitched. The movement was so tiny that if you had blinked, you would have missed it. The dinosaurs twitched again. Then they moved even more. Their tails thumped on the art table. Their claws scraped along the surface. Their jaws opened so they could talk. The moon's eerie glow barely lit up the classroom. The dinosaurs stumbled about in the dark. Some trudged across the teacher's table. Others leaped from desk to desk. Then, accidentally, one stepped on a computer mouse. Suddenly, dinosaurs 100 times bigger than the paper dinosaurs charged toward them. Loud roars from the gigantic beasts on screen filled the classroom.
Okay, students, now that you've listened to the story, please make sure you reread it again. If you are having trouble understanding, looking for your key details, here are several questions that may assist you in finding your key details. The first question is, why do the students bring newspapers to school? The second question is, what do they decide to make? The third question is, why do they watch videos of dinosaurs? And the fourth question is, what happens at night? Please remember that as I read, I think about what I should be paying attention to in order to identify those key story events. We know that paragraphs 1 through 2 introduce the characters and the setting. And we know that paragraphs 3 through 7 sort of tell us the middle of the story. One key event is that the class decides to make paper dinosaurs. And another key event is that the class works for hours to make those dinosaurs of all shapes and sizes. Using the 4 questions I gave you and rereading paragraphs 1 through 10 only, underline and find your key details and write them in the margin. Now, you also need to consider you have to answer the question that goes along with the reading closely. The reading closely question is this. The paper dinosaurs come to life. Why is this event important to the story? If you can answer that question, you'll have understood reading closely as to what's happening in our story. Please make sure to remember to work on your Unit 9 Week 3 grammar sheet. Please remember that your Unit 9 Week 3 spelling homework will be due as usual by the end of the week. Good luck, and if you have any questions, you know exactly how to find me. Send me an email, a text, or reply to the comments in the work. Thanks.